If it's so easy to sell in the seller's market, why not sell it myself?
Because it will sell. It will, right?
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
We've created for you over 423 episodes about making house home, about building wealth, about thriving in relationships, even enriching your faith journey, because we know that it's what we needed at one point. And so we know that it's something you could value from or benefit from as well. So you can access them from the comfort of your home, office, or on the go. And you're right. You are I was going to say 1,000%, but there's nothing more than 100% when we're talking percentages. So 100%, you are right. You could sell your home on your own.
Yeah. So why don't we discuss three? There's multiple reasons, but why don't we discuss 3 reasons what would make it maybe not a great idea for you and your family to sell your property on your own?
Even though it would sell.
Yeah, it'll sell. And you'll think you did great. And you might even think you saved a little bit of money.
You might. And what we've learned by watching over 2,380 families that we've helped navigate the buy and sell process with, and watching and observing, well, I'm going to say hundreds of thousands, but thousands upon thousands of case studies and experience with other agents, clients as well, and our own experiences, that there are some pitfalls. And it's kind of like a myth. If I can save the commission, then I make more, right? Mm-hmm. Not necessarily. Problem, challenge, issue. I'm not sure what to call it, but number one that comes to the forefront each and every time is, even if, which you will find a buyer in this market. In a seller's market, you'll find a buyer. Most of the time, there's a realtor that has brought that buyer to you.
Yeah, let's face it. The buyers are having a real struggle to find a property. So what they're doing is they're signing up with a real estate agent under exclusive representation.
Yeah. And
then that agent's going to work to find them a property. Either, like when we do it, it's either through the MLS or we're searching for off-market properties. Mm-hmm. We're searching for properties that are just coming on, so we get to them first. We're doing all kinds of things.
Or things that we've known about, or a property that was on the market, or a connection from one of our previous clients, because we know what they're about to do next. And so we're looking for the match. So almost every buyer, and not just in a seller's market, in most markets, the service for a buyer is essentially, generally speaking, free.
It's free because the seller's going to pay.
Exactly. And so what ends up happening is you've got a professional negotiator that negotiates for a living. Every single, maybe they don't get to negotiate every day, but every time they go to work with a buyer and or a seller, they're negotiating for a living. So if you're selling on your own as the seller, and maybe you negotiate in your job, maybe you do, and do you negotiate for real estate? Do you have access to the strategies that are related to real estate? And maybe you've sold 5 homes, which probably is a fraction, even if you've sold 10, of what the professional negotiator that is working with the buyer has done. And so this is harsh.
And the worst part is you're going to end up paying them anyways to negotiate against you.
I know.
Because they're not trying to get the highest price for you. They're not trying to find extra agents, extra buyers that can maybe bring a much higher price to you.
So really, you're fighting against an uphill battle. Because you got a trained, let's say, negotiator. Let's just say negotiator that is there to win on behalf of the buyer. And even in a seller's market, there are absolutely strategies to employ to help the buyer get to pay the least with the best terms for them, not the best terms for you.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Well, the Decker team has beautiful strategies to net the most for you. As you know, through our marketing, but not just our marketing, but our technique, our negotiating technique, our ability to develop multiple offers and then to actually get those offers kind of bidding against each other
I know.
to net the most for our seller.
And some sellers say, I don't want a bidding war. I don't want to generate that. I don't want to do it that way. There are many different strategies to employ. So this is really starts with a conversation with our seller to say, what feels good to you? What are you looking to accomplish? What is the most important to you? Is it time? Is it money? Is it both? What feels good about the journey?
Because it's safety.
Right.
Maybe you don't want very many showings in your house.
Right. And so we don't have to do it that way. There are lots of different ways to approach getting the best for you. Because although money is a big motivator, it's not the only motivator. So that strategy up front is huge.
Right.
And then number 3, which I think unless it's happened to you, unless you've run into this or you've heard somebody that's run into this, you might not even be thinking about it.
Yep.
And that is, will the home close on closing? Or will you get sued? Or will someone get sued? Or will everyone involved in the transaction get sued?
Yeah.
So when a property is being sold privately, there are less checks and balances. And so there's a higher risk of something going wrong. There's even risk of selling it twice. If you're dealing with multiple offers or more than one person wanting your property or desiring your property, which is harder to generate if you're doing it on your own because you don't have access to all the buyers.
Right. But even if it does.
Even if it does.
And then there's the issue of contract law. You're in a hurry. You're under pressure.
Who likes pressure?
Nobody, right?
Nobody.
And you're also dealing typically either with the buyer directly or with the agent directly. There's no intermediator for you. There's no one to keep you safe. There's no one to protect you if you're doing it on your own. And some people have even looked, and we might as well put this one out on the table. Some people have looked at other models where it's a cheaper model, but they don't actually come and see your house. The person that negotiates your offer for you has never seen you, never met you, doesn't know your family, doesn't know your situation, doesn't know your property. And so they're kind of handicapped to be a great negotiator because they don't know all the strengths and or weaknesses of your property.
Right. Or of your situation. What do you actually need? So we're going to encourage you, even if you're saying, well, I'm not really ready to move now. I don't know that I want to navigate the seller's market. A strategy session, whether via Zoom or whether in person, a strategy or on the phone, a strategy session will set you up to win with whatever decision you make. If you're toying with it, this is the time to schedule a strategy session with the Decker team.
Yeah, because the pricing and the bidding wars and the amount over asking, there's ability to leave $50,000, $100,000 sitting on the table that you don't get for your property if you do this wrong.
Right. We've even seen 2 houses side by side almost sell for the difference of $250,000. So it's wild what is out there. So we're excited that we get to come alongside you, helping you grow wealth and helping you do the best possible in your real estate journey.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward.